I'm thankful for the greatest singles sports card buying market maybe that we have ever seen. What's going on, sports card hobby family? It is our last day in England, and actually when this comes out, I'm going to be on a plane heading home. So filming this on Thanksgiving in England, but it's that Back to the Future thing where it's going to actually come out tomorrow or today, whatever. It's been a great trip. Thankful for all the friends, family, especially the viewers out there, the ones that have stuck with me since the beginning, man. There's been so many of you that I can still recognize from the beginning days, just getting started. If you can believe it or not, March will be 5 years since the pandemic started, and we started on this wild YouTube journey, and it's been a lot of fun. Before I continue on, shout outs to justcollect.com, the Just Collect website. If you're trying to sell a collection, part of your collection, just trying to get some ideas on what things are worth, they've got an easy appraisal form on their website, and also a great Just Collect YouTube channel where Leighton Sheldon talks about collections, but he also interviews people. I just watched an interview that he did with Rich Mueller, Sports Collectors Daily. Overall, a great YouTube channel. Also, Card Capsule. I think today will be the last day, but 30% off site-wide, so make sure to take advantage for supplies, cases, top loaders, penny sleeves, all the goodness. Check out Card Capsule. I've got links down below in my video description as well as in the pinned comments. All right, so what do we have today? We have today, of course, we've talked about it, and about 99% of the hobby agrees. I was actually just watching Spitballin' Cards, great channel, the four guys talking about baseball cards mainly. Filmington, Teapot, I think it's Jeff, there's another guy, and then Scotty B are on that show. And I think it's funny because everyone always, oh, Dustin doesn't know what he's talking about, blah, blah, blah. Well, these guys have been in the hobby for quite a while, and especially Filmington. When I look at that show, Filmington's the one. Phil is a friend of mine, a hobby friend. And do we have a clip? Frank, do we have a clip of exactly what he said?
One of the biggest problems I see, like whether you agree with any of us or you don't, if you've been in the hobby for long enough, you have friends that engage in the hobby, lifers maybe, and probably 80 to 90% of the folks that I know that are serious about the hobby don't open wax anymore. And they used to. That they used to partake in the hobby, and maybe they'd only spend a few hundred a year, a few thousand a year, which isn't big compared to some of the budget that some of the folks that buy into a lot of breaks actually spend. But it's unfortunate that folks can't engage in the hobby that way. And it's not because they're selfish and because they're misreading the situation. I really think that rationally, you can't afford to stay in the hobby and open product consistently and stay in the hobby. Something has to give. There's not enough budget to do so, whether you're in the, you make 50,000 a year, 100,000 a year, 200,000 a year. It's just the products are just too expensive to be able to open them consistently over time.
Basically, if you've been in the hobby for the last few years, 1 year, 1 month, or you've been in it for 10, 20 years, a lot of people are not buying new product because they're priced out of it. It doesn't make any sense. Or they have the money, but it just doesn't make any sense. The new product pricing, we talk about it, it doesn't make any damn sense. But something that has happened outside of like the top 0.0001% of cards that are just astronomically high anyway, the singles market is raging. Man, the singles market is really, really strong. And there's such a battle between auction houses, between, different selling sites, buying and selling sites. There's always, to me, it feels like always kind of downward pressure, especially on more common cards. If you've got, gold out of 10 or tie-dye out of 25 for modern cards, or you've got something, a rare insert and so forth, then sure, maybe you can command a premium for it. But man, if you are player collecting right now, whether that be a player that's currently playing or a retired player, preferably retired player, man, if you're player collecting players that have already retired, I know a lot of vintage baseball card collectors will fall in this bucket. There is a lot of deals out there, a lot of good singles buying to be had. Again, if you're looking for high grade vintage, it's always going to be expensive. It just will be. REA's got great stuff. They actually have an auction going off right now, Robert Edward Auctions, where you've got some really wicked items on the high end. Now, what I will say is REA, though, also has items on the lower and mid end. So make sure to check out that auction as well. It's going on right now. It's their big November auction. I'm actually going to have Brian Dwyer, president of REA, will be on Wednesday next week to talk about some of the great items they've got going over at REA. But the singles market is tremendous right now. You know, if you are collecting players, or if you're set collecting, you know, certain maybe insert sets. One thing that today has, if you're a set collector that you just haven't had going back years and years, social media has taken a whole life of its own on. If you're looking for a card, then all you have to do in a lot of instances is just really get the word out that you want that card, you're looking for that card, and there's different friends within the hobby, different people will be looking for it. And in a lot of instances, you can find cards that way. And then again, then of course you have the auction houses competing with each other, constantly looking for new inventory, and they're getting it. And there's a lot of great cards. It's funny because I'll make a play on a card and then I'll realize, man, there's another card coming up in the next auction where you want to make a play on that one as well. I've had to kind of just stop, shift gears a little bit, figure out, kind of reprioritize because there's so many great cards that are coming to auction. Let me know, what are you thankful for in the sports card hobby right now? Of course, we've got family, friends, guys. I'm always thankful for you all. Viewership has been tremendous. I'll be thankful to get home. I've been eating nothing but chocolate since I've been here, British chocolate, and I need to get back and start intermittent fasting immediately and need to shut this thing down and get back into some shape, get back to the gym. Are you having fun in the singles market right now? Let me know. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.